now. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, and I being awkward now. Let's go. I'm gonna kill myself. All right, guys, I'm excited. Welcome to my workplace. This is where I work every single day because I work at home. I promise it's not depressing. Anyway, in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about the Mazda, the mods, and all that blah, blah, blah stuff. You know, the Mazda will still be in the video, so don't worry. You'll see the Mazda, but the Mazda will just be the model. Today's focus is how to make car videos, but how to make car videos with just whatever you have. Like, we're not going to use a bunch of expensive equipment like something to stabilize it and help it look smooth. We're just going to use our hands and your camera. Now, if I have any recommendations, if you have a camera that you can switch out the lens, use that. If you have a 50mm, definitely use that, because my go-to is my camera, which is a Sony a7R II with a 50mm 1.8 Sony lens, and this gets the most cinematic look that you can really get. I shoot at 1.8, sometimes I go to 2.8. It really just depends on the mood. I love the bokeh in the background, and it does a really good job of filming the subject. That's why I prefer the 50mm, and I'm sure a lot of other people can agree with. But again, the purpose of this video is to just show that you can really make anything if you just have some basic things. So if you just have your cell phone, man, and you have an iPhone 14 and you have portrait mode, you know, let's just use that. We got this. But you are going to need some type of program that has warp stabilizer in it. So for me, I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I know Final Cut and Sony Vegas has warp stabilizer, so you're gonna need something to stabilize the footage. But yeah, right now we're gonna focus on good angles and bad angles, what to do, what not to do. And again, I'm not a professional at all, but I've been doing this for a while now, and it's just like one of my hobbies. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of the things that I do, and yeah, you get it, man. I could keep rambling on. This is my first time doing this kind of thing, and I being awkward now. Let's go. I'm gonna kill myself. This is where I usually start when I start filming. Is I go to the side of any car, whatever car it is, I go to that line right there between the doors. I kneel down, turn on my camera, face right. I will focus on the wheel. Again, I'm using a 50mm lens. Hope you guys see this. And I will do a simple right to left. And I move my hands very slow. All right. Okay. All right. Here's a very important tip too. Is like, don't just go like this. Kind of make it a curve, like a curve. All right. When you're recording it, just a slight little curve. It's more appealing. One thing you never, ever want to do, and I will find you, and I'll hurt you if you ever do this. Don't you ever film like that and disrespect me. Look at that. If you sit here and tell me that looks good, click out of this channel and dislike it. I don't even want you to like me. I don't want you to like this video either if you film like that. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, now here's the trick. You just turn your body. Now you look at the rear wheel. All right. Make sure it's focused. And now do the same thing. Right to the left. Again, make sure you're going slow. Make sure you're kneeling down. Have the camera down, but tilt it up a little bit. That helps give it a nice clean look. The next thing is the 4-corner rule that I think I made up. If I didn't, let me know in the comments. Is I go to the corner of the car, and now I'm going to step back. I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk until the car is in the camera, and I'm going to focus on it. And you can do whatever you want. Left, you can do left to right, which I always love. Well, I mean right to left, sorry. Or you can go down. That's always a nice one. Down, but keep it angled up. Don't just go down like that. Go down, but still keep the subject in the thing. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, do that with all 4 corners, bro. I promise. Here's another tip. Stand at the back of the car, walk back a little bit, and there's a lot of good reflections here, right? I'm gonna step over like a foot to the left, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna bend down a little bit. And then I'm gonna look and focus on the tail light. It's a little bit too bright. And then I'm gonna go right to left. Again, I stand in the middle, step back a little bit. It really does depend too if you have a mirrorless or a crop sensor. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. You may have to step back a little bit more. I have a mirrorless lens, a mirrorless camera. Anyway, same thing. I stepped over to the right a little bit. Focus on the tail light. Right to left. You can do left to right, don't be shy. I just keep doing right to left for some reason, don't judge me. All right, so that's one thing. So we got the side little trick I do, the corner trick I do, the back trick I do. We're gonna do that corner trick in the front. So we're gonna go here. This is the corner of the headlight. We're gonna step back. All right, the car is now in the camera's frame. So now we're gonna do in this angle. So now that's focused. We're gonna do a nice right to left again. All right, do that with all four corners. I promise you, it's gonna look good if you do that. Do every corner like that. Don't skip a corner, do every corner. You want more footage. The more footage you have, the easier it's gonna be for you to edit it. Another tip, in my opinion, that people forget about is people take the time to put cool things on the car, man. Like I put a duckbill, I put these little side skirt things. I have a rear diffuser, I made the exhaust tips black. I have side skirts with red trim. I have a front lip with red trim. I put a Band-Aid on it because I broke it. Those little things, film them, bro. They want to see that in their video. They put them on because they thought it looked cool. Don't forget about those little things that people do to their car. Film those things, take photos of them. Just don't forget about it. That's another tip. This little Band-Aid I put here because I broke my lip. We're gonna focus on it. Thomas the Train. Brighten it up a little bit. Another right to left movement. All right, cool. That may have been too quick, but you get the point. I really do love the black exhaust tips on the white. Again, when I'm filming, I'm going really slow. Try to get them to be at least 5 to 6 seconds. I keep forgetting that. It's gonna be a workout, by the way. I get some top shots too. Top shots are always good with like the trunk and the hood, if they have like a carbon fiber hood. Look at that. This is a good lesson right here. The sun is behind me, so it's creating a shadow. You never ever want to film and see your reflection in the car or see your shadow in the car. Don't do that. Doesn't matter how good the shot's gonna look, you better find a different angle. So now we're gonna step over here. Way better. Okay. Here, look at that. Again, I would have stood right in the middle of the car and walked back to make sure I'm like right in the middle. But like what I like to do is these two things. I like to bend down and angle it up. Sometimes I'll reverse that, or I'll just go very slow and go forward. I do the same thing with the front of the car. But now that the car's right there, you can get some cool angles of the back, man. Look at that. All the way down. And we can do like a top to bottom. But yeah, man, that's really it. So what we're gonna do is, we got all the shots, all the simple shots to make a nice clean car edit. I'm gonna go edit it, show you guys how I edit it on the computer, and you guys can let me know what you think after that, once the edit is complete. All right guys, so you got all of your footage. Now all that's left is to edit the footage. So I got Adobe Premiere Pro pulled up. Have whatever program you have, just make sure you have warp stabilizer like I said before. Before you do this, actually, try to pick a song so you don't, so you have a song ready for the video you're trying to make. But real quick, what I'm going to show you guys is how I actually stabilize the footage. So like I'm going to drag this clip right here. You guys can see it, look at that. So Command K, I'm using an Apple MacBook. Command K is what splits the clips. So went ahead and did that, and then I have my effects panel to the top right. That's where I prefer it. If yours isn't showing up for your Premiere Pro, just go to Window, make sure that it's checked there, that effects is checked. Once you're there, just go ahead and type in warp. Warp stabilizer is going to show up. Then just drag it to your clip, and it's that simple. The clip, I didn't even show you guys how shaky it was, but I am going to show it to you once it completes the warp stabilizer. Yeah, look, it's stabilizing. All right, it's going to zoom in a little bit too, so remember that. So let's go here, stabilize. We're going to turn it off. All right, check it out. A little jittery, moving left to right. It's like it doesn't know where to go. Like again, I'm using my hands. So now let's activate the warp stabilizer. Look at how much smoother that is. Super buttery, right? In my opinion, it's a huge difference. Because again, we turned that off. I don't know, it's just like it's not as appealing as it was before. So now that we have that taken care of, that's literally all I used to do. Like back then, before I had all of this other equipment, I would just film very nice slow clips, add warp stabilizer, put like a cool beat over it, try to get creative with it, and that was it. That's how I started off, and now I am where I am today. Anyway, so the beat that I picked, let's find it real quick. It's like a lo-fi type beat. I feel like that's cool. I think I'm gonna start it there. That looks good, but we're not gonna use that clip. We're gonna use this clip. I use the arrow keys to get it right on beat. So like right here, boom, boom, there we go, that's the one. Right there. Then I'm gonna go ahead, again you can do Command K or you can just drag it back. And then for this one we are gonna warp stabilize it. And then for the beginning clip, because it's kind of slow in my opinion, I'm gonna do like a little zoom in. I think a little zoom sometimes this gives it a little bit more like, I'm not sure how to explain it, just like looks more attractive or more appealing. So let's see. Once you color grade, it's gonna look even better. But yeah, so that's that's honestly it, man. Honestly, like back in the day, I would just take a bunch of clips, find a chill song, add a bunch of warp stabilizer to each clip, do a little bit of that zoom in, zoom out. But I never did like a really fast zoom. I've always done like a nice slow zoom because you don't want it to be too noticeable, because it just, especially for a slow type of beat. That's literally it. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead, zone out. I'm gonna edit the rest of the clips. Again, some key tips again is remember Command K to split on Mac, and then use your arrow keys to find just right there on the beat. That's it. That's it. Simple editing, and you should be gravy. So let's just skip to the edit. you.